from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. We're just gonna jump in really quick with a recap of some stocks that were moving in the markets today. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Do me a solid in the comment section, drop us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. All right, so we're going to jump right away and we're going to talk about a stock that we spoke about yesterday, ticker GENE. While it had it made some ground yesterday, today it's off about north of 30%, closed at 326. It's actually down another 3% or so in after hours, and the last quote I saw was $3.18. I want to kind of go through this stock really quickly because I spoke about different price points that you should be paying attention to, right? So if you got caught on the long side, boo-hoo for you for not listening. So again, stock had a huge run up yesterday, consolidated a little bit, and then we had it was down a little bit in after hours. So I essentially said, right, I drew this red line. I said this line more or less is the line in the sand that signifies support. Anything above bullish, anything below bearish. So today we actually opened up relatively well, right? The last quote I saw in after hours yesterday was 375. So we actually opened up relatively we opened up above that. We opened it around 379. Went as high as 375, right? We actually went, if you look here, the low in the first 30 minutes of trading was actually 356. So if you paid attention to, quote unquote, that red line that I drew, I said support comes in anywhere from 350 to 355. It went to 356. We're going to call that solid, hitting it. And then we had that bounce. So if you wanted to go long, the first 30 minutes of trading today would have been the prime opportunity to do so, right? We went as high as around close to $4. So that's around a 30 to 40% gain if you're lucky. So that, in my opinion, is good if you're trading like a few hundred shares. Anyway, where things went bad would be the first hour or so of trading, right? Here, this red candle here, when we broke that 350 level, remember that is the line in the sand, anything above bullish, anything below bearish. So we broke 350 and we could not get back above. If you were still long at that point, this should have been your cue to get out of this stock. So I'm going to give you some more metrics heading into tomorrow because this perhaps might be the last time I talk about this stock. So boom, right there. That's the line in the stand heading into tomorrow. And what is that? That's around, we can say, let's give it a range. Let's say anywhere from $3.25 to $3.30. Essentially where we closed that today, right? And again, it's down a little bit in after hours. So in after hours, we're actually below this line, which is not a good sign. Heading into tomorrow, if we cannot get back above this line, no bueno, it's not good. So if we open up and we're actually below 330, then you know, for the most part, the momentum in this stock has left, and perhaps you should as well. What else? All right, so let's go over ticker VSTM. I'm going to be really quick because we spent a long time in ticker GENE. I have about 4 or 5 other stocks to analyze, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. But for anyone who's been watching our videos for the last year or so, you'll know that VSTM is no stranger to the analysis that I've done here at ShortMeTina. We've actually traded successfully in and out of this stock. I would say not pretty often, but I want to say maybe at least a handful of times. Anyway, I essentially forgot about this stock once it broke support back in April of 2019 because for me, obviously, the outlook did not necessarily look bullish. Now today, stock is up about 36% on the day, up a little bit in after hours. I see a quote of around $1.81. So it's looking like the stock wants to move again. So I'm going to zoom into what I'm paying attention to right now, which essentially is, let me take this line out the way, which essentially is trading from, I want to say, May of 2019 to current. So I don't know, do the math. That's what, 8 or 9 months, something like that. If I was still paying attention to this stock, it would have been a stock on my radar because I would have noticed, well, the stock has been consolidating for quite some time. Again, around 8 or 9 months. We got that bounce off of support several times. It never dipped below that sort of 75 cents area. We got that bounce, ran up again, closed at 172, up a bit in after hours, 181. What's the next stop? Well, there's a couple of stops if you look at this chart, the first one I would say is around here, $2. If things continue the way they did today, more than likely we're going to run to 2. You might run into some slight resistance there. If, however, the stock manages to actually bypass that $2 level, there's very little overhead here, and I think the next stop potentially can be around $2.85 to $3. So if you're into penny stocks, I trade them, but not so much. But if you're into penny stocks, you definitely want to pay attention to that $2 area. If we get over there or get above that without any huge problems, then I can see $3 around the corner. What else? All right, and so let's go over ticker PIXY super fast because I spent a long time on VSTM and ticker GENE. Anyway, PIXY, huge congrats to the bull. Stock is up over 138% on the day. Huge move, closed at 19.25. Are we down in after hours? Yes, slightly though. We're down about 1%. I see a quote of around $19. Today we went as high as $27.50. The low clocked in at $17.80. Look with accompanying volume. I do not like this setup heading into tomorrow, although the stock is up around 100% on the day. The fact that it actually traded down for the majority of the day, and if you switch to the hourly, you will see, does not bode well, in my opinion, heading into tomorrow. So what you want to be paying attention to, obviously, is how the stock opens up. If we open up below 19.16 and it's looking like it might do that, I would say watch out. Obviously, you want to pay attention to today's low. If we break that, in my opinion, the story in the shorter term is over. So pay attention to the low today of around $18. If we break that, I would get out. What else? All right, really quickly, ticker APLT daily chart up about 35% only on the day. Nice move. You can see volume step in. We closed at 35.18, although the high of the day actually clocked in around $40.14. But if we go back to, and where have I been with this stock? This is actually a really nice chart, so you might want to study it. These are the type of stocks or charts that really kind of produce those huge returns and huge moves. Anyway, and considering the float is actually low, I would definitely say to put this stock on your radar and your watch list. Anyway, back in May of 2019, the stock is trading at around $10. So there was multiple opportunities, I want to say from May all the way to October, to actually get into the stock because it was trading within, in my opinion, sort of like a constricted range. Anyway, finally broke out in October late last year and really never looked back. Anyway, you can see here it almost has like that parabolic kind of look to it. So definitely, again, a stock you want to keep on your radar and your watches. I'm going to make a notation for myself to do the exact same thing. So again, we up 35% on the day, closed at 35.18, went as high as 40.14. What I'd be paying attention to, obviously, would be today's high. If we can somehow manage to retest that and surpass that, then I'd probably take the trade because you'll probably get an extra 5 or 10 points or so of upside. But you want to be cautious up here, only because the stock has made a huge move. What else? All right, and then there's ticker WAFU, daily chart up about 35% on the day. We closed at 227, high 415, the low 225. So we actually traded down majority of the day. Well, I don't know if it's majority of the day, but we traded down towards the ending of the trading day, and that's never good, especially when a stock I mean, if a stock goes from the high of 415 to a low of 225, not a good sign heading into the next trading day. We're down in after hours. Not sure if I mentioned that. Down about 9%. I see a quote of 206. So it's looking like this gap here of around 182 will be filled sooner rather than later. I would avoid this stock. What else? All right, let's cap it here with ticker DERM daily chart. Let's just focus in on price action since this gap down almost 2 years ago, believe it or not, February of 2018. Stock is actually up marginally, 13% on the day, closed at 17.56, up a little bit in after hours. But the chart, at least within the last year and a half, in my opinion, there's a bullish setup underway. You can see the stock actually broke out today when it broke above resistance of around $15 with confirming volume. So as long as it can stay above 15, in my opinion, you have a real shot at filling this gap here at around 20, what's the gap? Around $23.96. So there's still potential upside, believe it or not, sitting here at $17.56. And that's my take on ticker DERM. We're going to cap it there. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. I'm going to run it off really quickly. You ready? 1, do me a solid comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this video and give it a thumbs up. Number 2, I do videos daily. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. And number 3, I've been trading for a long time, very, very long time. Over 15 years. I want to say we're rolling into, or rather I am rolling into my 20th year of trading. So I have a huge amount of knowledge when it comes to the stock market. So if you think you can learn anything from me right now, I'm hosting a free 14-day trading course. For 14 days, I kind of dissect and let you know some of the things that have worked for me trading for so long, and some of the things that did not work for me for trading after trading for close to 20 years. So if you're struggling with trading right now, you're not quite where you want to be, then definitely take advantage of that free 14-day trading course. So if that's something you'd like, definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for